First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. And I gotta say thank you because I just heard what some of this low life, the life they live. I don't know. Yesterday, somebody was, bragging and saying that they make six figures and whatever. I guess they're just trying to say that they make more money than me, which I'm not surprised if that's the case. And I think that some people don't even need to make money because have a lot of money already, and participate in that. Now, I'm glad that this is the way these people live life. I truly do. I pray that they make more money doing that. Because the things that these people have to do, and I know, I don't care if they feel bad about saying that. I don't care. I just want to make sure that you see yourself, that that's the life you live. And I understand why you could say that you're cursed. You know, I rather scream in pain. I truly than having to say what you do, or say what you say, or do what you say. I'd rather die in hell. But I understand. Some of these perps truly look like this is such an empowerment to them. It's like they're going to escapism, and some of them are pathetic. Some of them sound even sickly in person. Especially the more childlike people. Okay, there's this perp. Oh my gosh, she's disturbing. But she's also so weak. It's like a weird mixture of like this disgusting, sketchy sounding human being, but a cowardly and weak human being at the same time. It's disgusting. I can see her just being watching me scream and die, but being such a coward. So I'm like, yeah, I know you already know your situation. I think one of these perp once said something like, "Oh, I'm cursed already." He's like, "I can tell. I can feel. I can. Yeah, you don't sound like life is good." And I've been mostly right because it's very obvious when you see them that something is off. It's like I don't. At first, I was like, man, maybe I have this intuitive power that I can. But the truth is, like, they really look like what they. When I look at the videos, like, okay, everybody can see that something's up about this person. It's just they kind of try to ignore it. There's this person who said, and I think what's happening is because look, they love to try to make it look like that these people are just avenging and pay for what you did as a kid. And as a child, about the same age as this kid, and this kid is 13, and that's the thing. They want to try to create this fantasy of like these people being avenger, but when they realize that I'm listening to what they do to children, it's horrible. I mean, to hear that they torture babies, 4-year old, they love to say for pay now. There's testimonials of 4-year-old children, 4-year-old child with Down syndrome being sexually tortured by this low life. When you have that to validate that these people do this kind of harmful things to children, especially that young, especially with these mental issues, you can understand these people are just disgusting in life. And when this person says she's cursed already, she knows what it means. And the 4-year-old is not the youngest they torture. There's 3-week-old baby tortured, maybe not sexually, but tortured in other ways. So for me, what it's been going is like try to make me believe that you are paid for what it is as a child and pay now. And when you look at how they're trying to vilify me using an act of a child that is around this age, and I bring this picture up because I was shocked, honestly. I was shocked that like this is a 13-year-old kid. I thought it was like a 10-year-old kid at first. The 13-year-old kid. And you see, imagine first of all when they manipulate me in my brain and make me have this disgusting reaction. They say, "Oh, we're just reminding." Now the new term is rewinding. They're making my brain be the brain of me when I was the age of this kid, even younger than him. Imagine you see the soldier behind him, behind the kid. Imagine you're this adult man that age, and they say your brain is being made to be the age of this kid that you see, this little kid that look like a little man. Can you imagine? You know the humiliating reality that they are making my brain be the brain of this child. Now, at this age, I did this dumb thing to myself, which they tried to exaggerate. Oh, it's me just learning how to do things to myself as a kid. So I did something to myself. I don't want to go specific. Now I just heard this perp say something disgusting. She says something about my beep in her mouth. Then make me imagine what I did as a child and try to make me imagine that to be what happened. Now we have perps like this. This is the kind of perps that are contracted, right? You gotta see that for what it is. It's basically people, kids with no self. I mean, self-respect at that age is not. You know, you look at this. They can. It's not somebody that you. There's no limit. There's no boundaries. You know, they don't have no self-respect in the first place. But the disgusting part is to know that these people work for governmental entities that have a lot of pedophiles, right? We know the DoD entities have a lot of pedos. We know. Not just a few, a lot. Because you cannot be ranked by Child Protective Service in 2018 for having the 19th out of 2,900 network with the most child porn trafficked. You can't. That is, and not have a lot of pedophiles in this agency. You can't. That means there's thousands and thousands of child porn being navigating through that network. And there's thousands of employees working at the DoD, not only child porn and trafficking child porn, and you know they do things to children. So you have people like that, right? Who can say my beep in her mouth, and I don't want to say the word. They look like kids like this, or people, this kind of young people. If I don't know if they're kids, but they kind of look like kids. That we want to exaggerate something a kid that age did to the point where they're like, my beep in her mouth. Now, this is what trash do. This is trash.com. And they get like this, change their voices. Now they'll pay. It was like anyone. I was like, I'd rather get raped. I'd rather get tortured. There's no amount of feed that can make me want to say these things. This is damn near degrading. This is the kind of things like, okay, millions and millions of dollars, maybe I'll think about it. Like this is like, it has to be a lot, like a million, like it has to be so much money. For me to respect myself and say these kind of things? No, let trash do that. Trash will reveal themselves. And that person that talked to me sound like trash. And I think if she's the person I've seen before, whoa, it fits what she looks like. Cowardly, disturbing, and trashy. Like this is a deadly that combination of this cowardness, this trashiness, and this disturbingness while working for governmental entities that have problem with pedophilia. Meaning that there's so many pedos in these agencies that they are ranked 19th out of 2,900 for the amount of child porn the network has. This is the DoD. Well, in this program, they're renowned to manipulate the people and targeting the victims in this rewired fashion of forcing people to get sexual stimulation. This is the kind of people in your brain capable of manipulating your brain. They get this trash that have normalized the trashiness that they live on. They know. If somebody calls and says, I'm already cursed, it's like, you know it. Yes, I can tell too. I'm sure things aren't going well sometimes in your life. But when you in here, the voices change, the character comes out, and you start making yourself sound my beep in the mouth. Ugh. Yep. I pray that she continues to live this life. I truly pray that she lives this life. I'd rather be a bum outside than living a life inside, comfortable saying these things, to try to make somebody imagine a version of what a child that is this young did, to exaggerate that, to make, because this technology can manipulate the brain. They can manipulate your brain to think in any ways possible. As I'm hearing this right now, I'm hearing this person talking to me via V2K. It's like, oh, they're wait. It's like, I gotta run to them. Because they manipulate you to think whatever they want, so they can make me imagine me at this age. You see this, right? Doing what she just said. Instead of what I actually did to myself. And then they go back and, before they try to do like, oh, bezel, like, ugh. And that's something I stopped at that age from happening. That age. And you hear these people, you pay for it. They're torturing children at 3 years old. 3 years old. 3-year-old kids are being tortured. And you hear this trash exaggerating. To the point where they talk about my beep in her mouth to make me imagine a child that age doing what she just said. While they involve in a program that torture children sexually, physically, and mentally as young as 3 weeks old. You have trash like this. Who's like, you pay for it. It's gonna be trouble if they play this character in front of me because I see things for what they truly are. They are still under that deluded reality. If we act angry enough, you pay for it. One, I want us to think about the way they've tortured children. Two, that they are so disturbing and disgusting that they even say my baby in her mouth to try to make me imagine that. It's so disgusting. Three, that I will see this child, which is the age of my age when I did whatever I did as a child. Of course, seeing that as an obvious kid, while I see them for being involved in a program that torture babies that's 3 weeks old. 3-year-old, 4 years old. Let me repeat that. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 years old with caveat Down syndrome, being sexually tortured. And by the way, the 5-year-old with also Down syndrome, which is the sister, being sexually tortured, also with Down syndrome. Oh, with a 7-year-old autistic child that's also being sexually tortured and being suffocated. And you have trash like that who think because they said something like, you pay for it, that I will forget that they involved in a program that does these horrible things to children. That the anger, this, yeah, you pay for it, will make me forget what I just said to you. And I will think of, okay, target individual, be thankful to God for what you can be thankful about. That is something you can be thankful about, that you're not out here doing what they do. Imagine how young these people are. Imagine what it means the future is going to be for them. They are being just groomed to normalize what I just said. They involved in a program that torture children. They really want to block that out. How can you block out these horrible things that you're involved in? And then try to make me think that I'm going to accept this version of this nastiness where you even say these things about me as a kid. Do you understand? They think they can act the way, huh? They think that they can really be like, oh, yeah, you pay. I was like, are you talking about the 3-week-old baby, or what were you, like the 4-year? Which torture? Which toddler torture? Which toddler? The little girl who's 4 years old with Down syndrome? Or the older sister who's 5 years old with Down syndrome? Or the young child of Catherine Nestor? Or the 3-week-old baby? Not even an infant. Is that what you tell me I'm going to pay for? Or maybe the 7-year-old autistic child that I heard a testimony about, who's being suffocated and sexually tortured. You involved in that program. There's many more mothers and kids being all targeted using electromagnetic. Is that what you tell me I'm going to pay for? Because that's something I'm thinking about people should be paying for. Oh, no, you talk about me, a very developed brain at that age. Yes, you see that. Yeah, you are very mean. That's the problem, though. They're too mean. You're so mean that you torture babies. That's the problem, and I know that. But don't worry, I'm not capable. I'm not Robert Card. What's going to happen to you is not going to come from me.